I'm just going to run through a few quick techniques that I utilize as part of massage, and just pointing out some differences. I'm just going to use the upper back as an example, but you can use these all over. The first thing with massage I want to say is these two bad boys, your thumbs. You want to try and preserve them, being physiotherapists and physio students. So the less you can use your thumbs, the better off you can be where possible, okay? So the first one, which we talked about just in the notes there, is just an efforage technique, which is literally a technique to you just warm up the muscle really and go through a big range. So you'll see that you have nice big swooping motions. So it's used this efforage technique, last big, swooping motions, and yeah, it's a nice technique to warm up the muscle. So generally when I'm starting with working through a body part, I'll definitely do a bit of efforage like that. So we can go one hand after the other, or we can actually work through. I like to really think about what muscles I'm on as well. So just making sure with the cuff we're looking and finding for some of those trigger points in and around those areas. Now, trigger points, for lack of a better word, for the purpose of this tutorial, but literally what efforage will allow you to do is listen sort of with your hands, find an area that's sore, and then you can do a bit more work. So here's an area through Ben's posterior capsule that's a bit sore. So I'm just going to work through there. How does that feel, Ben? A bit sore? Yep. It's nodding his head there. So just being aware of that, okay? So that's when you can use the efforage, find an area, and then you can actually use your thumbs a bit. And you'll see as well, I'm really comfortable here using my body to allow me to do that, like so. I do like to use my forearm a lot. You'll see I just like to use a bit of cream when I do these things. Nothing over the top, but it works quite well. So one hand on the other, and just working through in a sweeping motion. So you're going to say proximal to distal, distal to proximal, just looking at how the muscle fibers lie and moving really works well. I usually go proximal to distal where possible. Other people might go distal to proximal. To me, it doesn't really matter too much as long as you know what you're doing. And you can see here then as well, you can use the elbow, the point when you find a little spot there, and just sit there. So he's a bit sore there, and we found the spot there. Crunch, crunch, crunch. So efforage, forearm, thumbs, and elbow. So with the thumbs then, as you probably saw there, we could use that as well. We can just find the spot and actually just hold there, sit there, let it relax, and go through. And you can just see it soften up, which works really well. What we like to do in clinic as well, at the stage of this recording, is we don't mind just putting a few little cups. We just tend to find if we leave them on for a couple of minutes, they tend to ease some of the tension, for lack of a better word, in the muscles, and then we can use our hands over the top. But we would like to be quick, efficient, and effective. If we come just down to the lower limb just quickly, you can also get into nice trigger spots around the glutes and stuff. So I like to hit a glute, do a bit of rotation like that. I don't mind at all just getting my elbow and finding some tension spots and working through. So I'm just listening with my elbow and hands. How's that feel, Ben? So working through. So the big take home is you listen with your hands to find the spots, and then once you find them, work through. So yeah, give it a go.